Okay. It is in progress.
Do not leave. Who wants to start? You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. So tonight, we're going to talk about customer service. So I kind of just summed it up in how to bring your customers back to you for more Scentsy. We all know that there are 75 million Scentsy consultants, and more than likely, like, your customer knows someone else that sells Scentsy. They may not, like, if you're in a little place that doesn't really know about Scentsy, but more than likely they know someone or like see someone on social media that sells Scentsy. So what our goal is to be the best consultant. They may go and order from someone else, but they may not get the happy mail that they get from you, and they're going to come back to you because we're going to talk to you about I looked up the definition for customer service, and it says customer service is the support you offer your customers both before and after they buy and use your products or services that help them have an easy and enjoyable experience with you. So we're just going to kind of talk about all of that in ways that you can be the best Scentsy consultant so that your people come back to you. But before we do, Amy and Megan both. Megan, how many sponsors did you sponsored 2 lives last month, and so did Amy Paris. So we're not really talking about recruiting or anything tonight, but we wanted them to tell you guys how they did it, how they recruited people, because that is a big part of this business. So we're gonna shout out them, and then Amy, do you want to go first?
I can, either way.
Go ahead,
Megan.
Amy.
Oh, okay. Go, Amy.
Okay. So, the people that joined under me this month, one was my brother Jordan, who didn't do a whole lot with it. He does like this. So my brother Jordan, he's very outgoing, and he does drag. And so he thought it would be really cool to like launch Scentsy with him with like this Barb character. And so he did a launch party. It went okay. He made about 100 PRV, but didn't really go any further from that, which is fine. He still buys Scentsy so he can use it to get his own commission, and that's totally fine. He can make it whatever he wants. And I told him at the beginning, like when he said, hey, I'm interested, I told him, you can make this honestly whatever you want it to be. So that's good. He gets Scentsy flowers like every month, and so that's fine. He can have his own PRV. And then the second person that joined, so I posted for the March special, I posted it at least weekly on my stories, and I also posted it in my VIP page. When I was having parties, I posted about it then. Like, I blew it up about the Scentsy special. And so this girl, Jen, she reached out to me. She was one of my clubbers. She's a monthly subscriber. And she was like, hey, like, I'm interested in having a small business for honestly just tax purposes. And can you tell me more information? So I told her, you can make it whatever you want. Same thing. She did great. She hit certified in like 15 days with her launch party. She got the shooting star enhancement package, which pushed her, I think, over the $1,000. And then I believe she also signed up for the scent of the month and the warmer of the month as well. So that ended well. And then this month so far, she's honestly has more PRV than I do, which is excellent. I'm so proud of her. She also took my advice and turned her Facebook launch party into her VIP page. So I told her, she's still on my VIP page, and I said, just mimic everything I do. If you want, take whatever you want, use it for your own. You know, she got a bunch of the mailers for me. And so I told her, anything I have mailed you in the past, use it, whatever. So that's gone really well. And then I was telling Savannah today, I have a third person who reached out to me 2 days ago who said she was interested in joining Sensi. So she's leaving for Israel like the next couple days, but as soon as she gets back, which will be the beginning of May, she's going to join Sensi too. So I'm really, really excited. But I was just going to say, like, I'm going to piggyback really quick off of what Savannah said with the customer service and the mail outs, because I actually have some of my happy mail here. But I was going to show you guys, I made this flyer. And so every time, I don't make a flyer every month. Like, I just don't. Whenever I get a chance, I do it. But I decided to do it for April. And I put, like, every mailer I do, I always put like a little thing at the bottom about how Sensi's blessed my life. Consider blessing your own life with it. And so that's just how I kind of try to get the word out there.
That's
So
awesome.
good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Megan.
Okay. So really my 2 recruits last month, one of them was my neighbor, and she has been talking about waiting for a join special because she wanted to make money off her own purchases. So she signed up pretty quickly. I did a launch party for her. She became certified, earned shooting star as well. I think she's going to kind of be a hobbyist. I'm not really sure at this point where she wants to go with it, but that was someone who just spent a lot of money with me, has a Sensi club with a lot of always get my bars in it and wanted to make money. And then my other person actually was a huge one from left field. I had sent an email to all of my customers. The best way to do that, go on your workstation, go to contacts, hit show all, check the little button and hit email. However, it's broken right now, so don't do it right now. When they fix it, that's how to do it. And I had sent an email about a collection that was launching. No, maybe about the flash sale. I think I sent an email about the flash sale. And then I also said, hey, if you want to make money off your own purchases and off this sale, consider signing up, join for $25 and then you can order. So it was a customer from, I don't even know how long ago, honestly. She hasn't ordered from me in probably 8 to 10 months. It was like a party customer. And she never really texted me back or anything like that. And she joined. She has not become active yet, but it's kind of what she wants. And I'm trying to guide her. She doesn't really do Facebook. So I have found that those that don't do Facebook, including teamies, I struggle with more because I rely on my team page and our group team page and all of that a lot. And I need to get better at communicating with them. So one was through word of mouth and one was through emailing. So always mention it. And you never know who will bite. Because that was not one that I've been having joint conversations with for sure.
Yeah, sometimes it seems scary, like, to talk about join convos and things like that with people, but even just making, like Amy making that flyer and just putting it at the bottom, like what I do or want to do what I do, join, and have a little QR code. We want you to have joint conversations, but you can also just casually, like, get the word out there and people are going to see it and they may want to ask questions and posting it on your story and things. Like, it doesn't have to be a, hey, do you want to sell Sensi all the time to people?
Agreed. You mean to go? So you went over the definition, which I think is so important. So one thing that we're going to talk about, we're just going to take turns giving some examples, and any of you that have great examples, please throw them out there, because a lot of you work with customers anyways, not just Sensi, but in the real world. But one thing that I do or did and have done since the beginning is, in the beginning, if anybody spent $50, I would add a cent circle with I would lift up the cent circle and write on the back of it for all my $50 and plus orders, because I didn't want to spend my own money at the beginning. Because we were all talking about, like, you don't want to spend your own money on Sensi. You want to spend Sensi money on Sensi. Mm-hmm. But now that I've gotten, I close at least one party a month just under my name. Every month on the 1st, I open up a party that says, like this one is April orders with Kassey. Next month, May orders with Kassey. June orders with Kassey. And my customers just randomly that want to go online, buy stuff, will place all their stuff on that. And then by the end of the month, I close it and then open up a new one. So I always take those rewards and I buy cent circles. And if I need anything else, I'll get other stuff, but definitely cent circles so that I can mail those out to every customer that orders, especially if they order online. It's so much easier for me literally just to throw a cent circle and the flyer of the month for the warmer of the month in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and off it goes. And that's my thank you mail for that order. we do more sometimes depending on stuff, but that's like an easy, I always have it sitting on my table ready to go for anybody that orders. So that's something that you can do. I know 2 of my downlines not on here, but they were like, how do you do it? Or what do you do? So that's what I do. I don't pay for those scent circles out of my pocket. I use my rewards for them, because I don't want you spending your own money. You're supposed to be making money with Scentsy, not, spending your money. So that's one way I do my customer services with the scent circles. You want to talk about bulbs?
Yeah. So I feel like we all 3 probably talk about this to everyone who joins. But one of the big things, so me and Kassey, all 3 of us are under Chloe. Duh. But one of the things that Chloe pushes is to use your free and half offs for light bulbs. That way, when you have a customer, Melissa, if you're still on, she needed some light bulbs recently before she signed up to sell Scentsy. And I was like, yeah. She's like, do I have to buy light bulbs like through the website, whatever? I'm like, I give them to you. So any customer that I have who has bought from me before, if they need a new light bulb for their warmer, I give it to them. I use my free and half offs. I do the 3-pack, 3 15-watt bulbs. They're $5 for the 3. Then you get it half off or free. So you're literally spending either $2.50 or nothing. Just to have on hand for your customers. Like, wow, thank you so much for like having this on hand. They don't have to buy it. That's one way that they're like, wow, she stands out. Like, she's going to give me free light bulbs when my warmer dies. Yeah. Megan, you go.
So for local customers or for mail out customers, you always want to make sure that you have things to sniff and test. Testers, sniff, samples, whatever. And that is because we all know that the reason that we love Scentsy is because of what it smells like, right? Mm-hmm. These online parties, I mean, I'll be honest, I struggle with them because these people can't smell. They can't smell it. And even if I send a bag to the hostess, if the hostess doesn't have them over or take initiative, if they're not local to me, they're not smelling it. So local customers, you can easily drop a bag off and, just let them have it just for their own personal order. It's not, they don't have to have a party. I know that every transition I started doing this at transition time, I will have a sip and sniff. So I had all of the new spring and summer stuff out on my dining room table. I had all the fall winter stuff on my kitchen table. So they had the opportunity to come sniff and see all the new stuff because we transitioned in February. So this was at the end of January. So they could still buy fall. So they could still buy fall, winter, everything that was discontinuing, make a Scentsy club, do all of that. And they could still see all the new, pre-order it, let me know what they wanted in February 1st. I ordered all of that. So really important to interact with your customers and have everything available so they can sniff everything. You don't need the warmers and the laundry care and all that. You need the testers, your catalog and your testers. And that stuff comes in your kit. That stuff comes in your transition kit. If you do not have a goal to earn this incentive, part 2 of the brick by brick incentive, you need to make sure that you make that a part of your goal. And the reason is the reward for earning this incentive is a fall winter transition kit, which includes new catalogs, new testers, all 10 new bars. Each catalog season, we come out with 10 brand new scents. You'll get 1 bar of wax of each of those. 10, all of the little scratch and sniff stickers for all 10 new fragrances. I think that kit was like $60 this past transition.
Yeah, 65.
I think it was 65. So if you are not making it a goal to earn that, because you can earn it for free, and all you need is 900 PRV in catalog sales in different categories over a 2-month period. And we tell all of you that we want your PRV goal to be 500 each month at a bare minimum. So at a bare minimum of 500 times 2 is 1,000. Hopefully 900 of that 1,000 is catalog sales in the right categories. So,
and you can track that on your workstation under incentive. It'll say track my progress, something.
Yes. So it seems a little bit off topic, but it's still about having what you need for your customers. And that is what makes us good customer service people, consultants.
Yeah. That kind of hits on the before and after, but the before part, you want them to be able to smell the stuff. Scentsy is literally fragrance for your whole life. So being able to let them smell before they buy is great. And if you have like not local people, because we kind of just talked about the local, but you can with those scratch and sniff stickers, we can do like usually with the new 10 release bars, we have little sheets that you print out, put the scratch and sniffs. That is easy, one stamp, send it out to people so that they can smell even if they don't live in your town. It's just easy ways to get things under their noses. And then with the before too, I feel like just being available. Yes, there's the sheet. And usually Chloe or someone higher up usually makes those, and then we will share them with you guys, and we just literally print to a page and you add your stickers to it. So it's not like you actually have to spend time making those. Someone else will make them and we will share them with you. But the other part of the before is like being available, answering questions, trying to find. One time I had someone ask me about the air purifier, and they had some questions. I answered them, and he like still had some more questions. So I literally went on the workstation and did the frequently asked questions sheet on that. I emailed him that sheet. That way all of his questions could be answered. So just trying to go above and beyond, answering any questions they have and things like that before they buy. Oh, follow up is me. Okay, so along with customer service is follow up, which we've been talking about. So a lot of people higher up in Scentsy like to talk about systems for follow up. Me, Megan, and Kassey talked about before this. We don't really have a system like Chloe and other people have. I know Megan's tried more than a few different systems. I've like thought about trying systems, and they just in my head they seem like they take too much time. So, or I don't know. So I haven't done them. Megan, you say they just nothing like fit you. So the systems that we do lately, okay, so there is this thing called Amy, the Amy app, AMI, all caps. There's a free version and then like a paid for version. Megan, the paid, I think it's like 70. It's kind of high, but it would be a tax write-off. And on this app is actually amazing. I need to use it more than I do because I have the paid for one. But you link it, you like tell the app that you sell Scentsy, and this app literally connects to your workstation, and all of your people who have ordered show up on Megan. I'm on my phone, so if you'll pull yours up to show them, it literally says Kassey Fender ordered from you, and it shows exactly what she ordered. You click on her name, it shows what she ordered, and yep, that's the home screen, and it'll tell you like a to-do list. And
so you'll have a to-do list here, connect with your customers. These three are still sitting here because they're flash sale orders that haven't received their order yet. So I'm waiting. But what I have here is I have text. If I hit text, it automatically populates a text message for me saying, hey, it's Megan Murphy, blah, 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 blah. And there's an initial one saying, thank you for your order. I'll be sending happy mail your way. This one's like the 2-week out one. That's, did you get your happy mail? Do you like your products? So it's awesome. You just have to like literally click buttons.
It has their address. If you're going to send the mail, it's in there. You don't have to like go to your workstation to do that. And it also has a link. Sorry, it's like really bright. There's also samples, and you can, if you wanted, you can put exactly like you cut up Luna bar and send a sample to Megan of Luna. So you would just go under Megan's name, put that you sent her a sample of Luna. And then that way, when she says, oh my gosh, I love the wax that you sent, I don't remember the name of it. You look back, oh, it's Luna. It's in literally every product. So it's a really neat app.
So you can get it first.
Go ahead, Cass.
7 days free. And then is there a free option you can keep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The free option that you keep, you only get a certain amount of text messages per month though.
Yep.
So like you'll be on a roll and it'll be like, oops, you reached your text message quota. And you're like, great. It's only the second. So this is a specific customer. You can see her order. And then if you go to the purple dot down there, that's where you can record samples and stuff. I have not used that function yet.
Yeah.
I tried recording samples. I literally had a happy planner with a paper form and where I would color in what sample I sent and of what scent of
It's a lot.
It was a lot. So I threw my happy planner in the trash.
And
I can speak on those systems too. I have done 3 or 4 different ones.
Okay.
And it just becomes overwhelming. So honestly, I should have brought in here. I have a notebook, just you buy them when school starts for 25-cent spiral notebook. And I use it until it's full and I throw it away. And then I get a new one, or actually I tear the pages out once I'm done with it. If that order's submitted and I've like packaged it up or whatever, sent my thank yous, I rip it out and throw it in the trash. And then I just keep my notebook going. I normally have it with me. It honestly is like my best tracking system because it's all in that notebook. Like I really started doing it, I guess, this past fall when I started doing a better job with Scentsy. And I think I've used 4 since then, basically like 1 a month. I just write everything down. I use it as my order forms. I use everything. And it's just all in that one notebook. So that's kind of been my system lately and it works for me. So really do what works for you. And sometimes you have to try a few things before you figure out what works best.
yeah, you can look up to like YouTube, Scentsy, consultant systems, things like that. There's so many systems out there. There's a binder system. If you're like a pen and paper person, like Kassey is, you can get these like spreadsheet printouts, like Megan was talking about, for samples. You can color in like what samples you send to who, or like when you followed up with people, when you need to follow up again. There are probably way more than we even want to know on Google or YouTube about how other consultants do systems. Like I said, I haven't been using the Amy app a lot recently. I need to, but life has just been like crazy for us lately, moving and everything. So this is simplest thing you can do, guys. Go to your workstation, go to your history tab, start wherever you've left off, or if you've never done Happy Mail, start at the beginning, or start at, what is this, April? Start at the beginning of April or March. Go back to
March 1st.
Go to March 1st. And every person who has ordered from you, send them Happy Mail. Megan's going to talk about what we all put in our Happy Mail, but send them something. Send them a scent circle with handwritten note on the back, something to thank them for their order. I had a person tell me one time at a wedding, we were at the same table eating, and she was like, it makes me so happy when I get your Happy Mail. And all I was putting in there at the time was a scent circle and usually like a product list, paper folded, and either an actual card or I was writing it on the scent circle already. I'm not sure. But that's all. And she's like, it makes me so happy when I get that scent circle from you. Don't stop doing it. So that just goes to show, even just simple Happy Mail after they order, we'll have them coming. You want to go into Happy Mail?
Sure.
Megan?
Yes. So Happy Mail. Is it required? No, it is not. But is it recommended? Yes. This is how the 3 of us were trained, because this is how Chloe trains. So this is why we train on the same thing. And this is what all of our upline says: do what the successful people do. This is what they're doing. This is what we're doing. So this is why we train on it.
Chloe's paychecks are huge. We do what she does.
Because this will be on YouTube, we can't talk about how much paychecks are, but one of the other superstar directors in our group shared her paycheck for us with the income disclosure the other day. And, you're talking 5 figures. So the potential is there. And this is one of the reasons why. So the other reason that we promote it is because it gives you something to talk about. We want you to build relationships with your customers. We want you to not just say, hey, are you liking your products? Oh, okay, great. Okay, have a nice day, bye. You can say, hey, did you get your happy mail? Oh yeah, I loved this sample you sent, or I loved the Freshen Up Pup sample you sent, or it allows for more conversation. You get to learn what your customers like, and then it kind of can also lead into the partying conversation. It can lead into a join conversation. It can lead into a Scentsy Club conversation. So it kind of is an avenue to build a relationship, but also continue the conversation. So yes, Scentsy Happy Mail costs money, but the way that we did it in the beginning, I'm going to show you, I have lots of things here, but I'm going to show you the first thing and the cheapest thing. Warmer and Scent of the Month flyer. There's a wax little sample in there with the scratch and sniff sticker stapled on, or you can just put the scratch and sniff sticker on this one. It would fit really perfectly over that little bar there. But always this, a scent circle. I don't know where my business card went, and a business card in a white envelope, one stamp. If it's less than an ounce and your wax sample is not fat, try to make them as thin as possible. It will fit through, and it's only an ounce, regular stamp. So if you're getting your scent circle for free, your business cards are a tax write-off, and your scent warmer of the month tax write-off, you're spending 52 cents now? I don't know how much. Just I buy them on the roll, so I'm like, I don't buy one at a time. So that is the cheapest way to do Happy Mail. It does not need to be fancy. Earn these for free and just write a note. Yes. I do recommend that you make some stickers of some sort, some labels. So this label just says, thank you for your order. And there's a QR code for my website here with my little logo. And then I just made these labels because I want more people to follow me on social media, because I feel like that's where I share the most Scentsy, especially on my Instagram stories, or which translates to my Facebook stories. So I made a little label with my Facebook and Instagram handle, so people can find me if they're into social media. That is the cheap way to do it. You can get fancier. These are mailers. Kassey just shared mailers from Scentsy website. I've never bought them before. I think they work well. Did they do okay?
They did. I've used them, I think 3 times, but I really like them. They're bubbled though, so they're a little more
they're a little more heavy.
Better. Yeah.
So this has become my brand, these flamingos and teal. They come from Amazon, and I was going to change my mailers seasonally, and multiple customers told me, oh, I just love when I see the little flamingos. And I was like, well, I guess I can't change anything seasonally. So now they just all get flamingos year round. So this is the main mailer that I use. I have smaller ones, I have bubble ones. But every customer will either get a product list or a catalog, depending on their order, depending on, I try to kind of feel them out. They will get a scent of the month. So I'm going to go a little bit further into scent of the month. If you are not subscribed to scent of the month, you are missing out on an income producing activity. I realize that it's an investment and we don't want you to spend a lot of money, but if you do just scent of the month, you get, it went down, I think it's 8 bars of wax now, 50 of these brochures, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
72 stickers.
And 72 stickers. Yes, the little stickers. So you don't even need to make samples all the time with it. You can just stick, some people, I get extra of these. I stick the stickers on the outside of my Happy Mail. It can be an old scent. I don't care. It still gets them to smell something, and then you can suggest a scent that's similar if that scent is no longer available. Our scent of the months have not been selling out. I still think that Sunburst Bamboo is available. So you can put them on after that month is over. It's just not 10% off anymore. But if you are not investing in scent of the month, not necessarily warmer, but at least scent, you are missing out on the ability to share that with your customers from a sample and Happy Mail standpoint, as well as a social media standpoint. If you can't smell it and describe it to them, they aren't going to know. What'd you say, Sav?
It's PRV too. I mean,
and it is PRV. You make money off of it. So it's like $40 something, 42 and change with shipping. You
Mhm.
make money off of that with PRV, and then you make more money off of it because you send it out. So it's
And-
income producing.
And after you use your 1 or 2 bars for the wax samples, you can sell off the other bars. There's nothing against selling those bars that you have. So you could sell 6 of them for their $5.40 for the month, since they're of the month. So that's $30 plus.
Hey, and a customer service tip that I do is if anybody orders the warmer of the month, I give them the scent of the month as a thank you to pair it with it. So anybody that orders the Desert Bloom this month, I've had 2, they'll get that bar that goes with it, because I already have 8 bars anyways. I used 1 to make samples, so I have 7 bars laying in my box that are not doing me any good. So if I get it in their hands, then they might buy more.
Exactly. And the other thing you can do is, we talked about the $50 thing and how Kassey was sending a scent circle to everyone that spent $50 and above. Well, once you are in Scentsy for a long time and start building up stock, just because it's not stock, it's your personal inventory. But once you start accruing rewards and getting all the things, you're going to have things. So you're not going to want those 6 or 7 bars. So when it's not in the heat of North Carolina, I send them wax if they spend 75 plus, because I got that wax. I'm already getting paid off of it. They can have it for free. This was shared by one of our leaders. It's a thank you flyer, and I just changed it in Canva a little bit. She keeps altering it, and then I alter it more. So I changed it to my picture. I just try to add something that's either going on this month or this week, just depending on how often. I don't change it super often. The join special was down here last month, but host and join. And then I have not changed the back, but it's all about Scentsy Club, my social media information. So I can share the template on our group training page as well. I like it because it's on both sides. I print 4 to a page and I include that. So it's just a little bit more personal. I do always write a message back here as well with their name. So-and-so, thank you, blah, 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 blah. Love, Megan. Samples, samples, samples. Limited time offers. This was offered to us early, which Scentsy just recently started doing. Some of you don't know the struggle that we live. I'm currently living it, waiting for the Mother's Day scents to get to me because we're a little behind with shipping right now. This was given to us a month early, so I made all the samples. These little bead bags on Amazon, you get 500 of them for like $6. No, they're not necessarily smell proof, but that's okay. And I've gotten to the point now that I just staple them on here. And I got 3 orders just by sending these out. And my clubbers, I just sent my clubbers, all of them yesterday, so they haven't gotten them yet. But they will be adding a bunch of them to Scentsy Club as well. If you have the stickers and it's a brand new customer, you can send this. I don't send that with everything. I just have examples here. And your samples don't have to be pretty. This is how all 10 of our brand new scents are sampled for me. Somebody made these labels. It was not me, some person above us, and I will share that with everybody. So all 10 are sitting in little Ziploc baggies, and when I'm doing Happy Mail, I just sprinkle them around. And that's how I give people, you have to get it under their noses. So it doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be expensive. The scent circle, they love the scent circle. The wax, the pods, the counter clean, the Scentsy Fresh samples, all of that. If you can't afford that now, that's fine. You don't need to be fancy. But you want to do that, when you have repeat customers that are spending $100, $200 with you a month, you're going to want to give them a bar of wax or a pack of pods or something that goes along, whatever. Counter clean samples are easy to share. I started doing dish soap samples. So there's lots of things you can do, but in the beginning, just keep it simple. In the white envelope with the scent of the month, the scent circle, and your business card. And that's it. And you don't need to keep track of what scent, because that's ridiculous. I don't do that.
Agreed.
But don't compare. And then, if you're doing Scentsy Club mail and stuff like that, the Dollar Tree is fantastic because you can buy multiple things for $1, like a pack of them for $1. The Dollar Spot at Target is fantastic, but you don't need to spend lots and lots of money when you're not making a ton right now. Once you start making more, you'll start spending more, and that's okay. And when to send. This is a debate for everybody. Obviously, the goal is to send your happy mail within a week of ordering. That's not realistic for any of us. Some people do it once a month. For me, depending on how much PRV I have that month, that I would be drowning in happy mail. So it really just depends. I try to do it once a week, if not every other week at max, but it really just depends on your PRV. The higher your PRV, the more orders you're going to have, the more happy mail you're going to have. So you have to do what works for you. So that may be once a week, that may be once every other week, or it may be once a month. I've seen some that try to do it once every 2 months, and I don't recommend it. I don't. So that's happy mail in a nutshell. Does anyone have any questions?
I was just gonna add something else that I do throw in happy mail is candy.
Oh yes, I do have a Dum Dums. I have those.
Exactly.
I have candy as well. I have to hide them from my husband, so that's why I didn't bring them out.
Well,
Yes.
and you can send airheads or pixie sticks in an envelope without doing like big. If you're just doing like I was telling you when I started, just the little regular envelope, flat candy.
Yep.
So pixie stick or airhead, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
it my turn? I've got one thing I need to go back on in a minute, so I'll come back to that. But the last thing, that last bullet on Megan's post is to, and we had already talked about it earlier, is to always, always, always have an open party on your website. Because once you get paid a leader, so Amy, welcome to the leader world, your name will populate when people search for your area. So if like you type in Winston-Salem, like my name always pops up. So I have been getting a lot of recent new customers recently, basically since Christmas. I don't know why, people, maybe tax money or what, I don't know, but I've been getting some new customers, and I'm talking about follow-up. So the first thing I do when that email dings and it says, I get so excited, I literally do a dance every time, but I'm like, oh my gosh, that order. So I'll click on it because it's like, Kassey, you have a new PWS order. So you click on it and it says who it is and the amount. So I immediately go on my workstation to see what they ordered and if I know them or who they are. And then their phone number is on there because they've ordered on your website and they have to enter their name, number, and address. So I just click on that number and hit open new text message, and I immediately send a text right then. If it's somebody new, hey, I'm Kassey. Thank you so much for ordering my website. I literally just did a happy dance. No joke. Like I say that because I really did. Please save my number because I'm local to you if they're local, and I can get you free shipping or save you on shipping costs in the future. Or if you have any questions, just let me know, or something along those lines. And they always respond back like, thank you so much, saving your number now. 9 times out of 10, they say something back. If it's people I know, like I had a friend, Bailey, that ordered, and he sent me, I just got the email. He didn't tell me he was ordering. He's a clubber and he normally just gets his club, but I don't know if he's ordering something. Anyways, I was like, OMG, Bailey, thank you so much. Your order just made my day. And of course he was like, I just love you so much, something back. But it's just always so important to send that immediately. Like, hey, got your order. It means the world. Thank you. So always do that first. And then I go to my history tab and check, has it shipped? Does it ship? Does it shipped? And normally I'll send them a text if it ships, like, hey, I saw your order shipped today. I can't wait for you to get it. So like 3 to 5 days later, unless we're talking about right now, which is taking forever for stuff to ship. So actually today I sent 3 texts and said, hey, your order has still not shipped, but since he's behind, and I just wanted to let you know that I have been watching the order tab, and I'll let you know as soon as it does ship. They should get an email notification too, but I just want them to know that I do appreciate them and I haven't forgotten about them. So after I send that, about a month later, sometimes sooner if I think about it, but I need to do better about this, I will reach back out and say like, hey girl, did you like those new whiffs that you got or whatever you ordered? Are you loving your new warmer? Most of the time they respond yes, and I need X, Y, and Z. And so they'll order something else, or they'll just say it's great. Or I've had some say, actually, yeah, but the bulb's not working. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll get you a new bulb. But sometimes they don't want to reach out to you. So it's just nice to follow up with them. And then I try to do a month to 2 months later, I will just reach back out again and say like, hey, I'm placing an order this weekend with free shipping. Just want to know if you need anything. I know you haven't ordered anything in a couple months. So I didn't know if you need any new wax or whatever. And normally that's how I get most of my orders. Honestly, if they don't order directly from my website, they just text it to me or I text it to them. I don't get that many orders from like my Instagram post. But normally it's just from communicating via text. And then there was something else I was going to talk about because I don't know, but basically I always just do text follow-ups. For me, that's easier. And it's just making sure that they know they're being taken care of by me. Because like Savannah said, almost everybody either knows somebody else that sells Scentsy or has somebody, like I've got several customers. It's like, hey, recently, hey, I saw the Cinderella stuff on Facebook. Are you going to be selling that? And I'm like, yeah, I just haven't, I don't say that, but I'm like, I haven't, but yeah, everybody does. But it's so nice of them to like come back to me. But instead of just ordering it from whoever they saw it on Facebook by, you know, so it's just so important. And I know that we were just talking about like, if you feel like you only have the same 5, 10, 15 customers, if you're not reaching back out to them, then they're going to slowly dwindle away too. And you also don't want to always ask those same people over and over and over. So you've got to expand by having parties, getting more customers, growing your customer base. Slowly but surely you will. I used to think I couldn't get $200 a month. And not bragging by no means. It's all because of Megan and Savannah. But I've not had a not $2,000 month since like what I say, Megan, earlier, August or something.
You said August, yeah, or September.
So, and I used to literally, I'm like, I can't even get $200 this month. So it just takes time, and your customer base will grow. And the more you follow up and communicate with your customers, the more customers you're going to have. And that's more customers is more PRV. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. It came back to me. I just saw Kassey and it reminded me. Another thing I do for customer service is I like to have orders shipped to me so that I can bag them up, because that way I can give all the samples, all the thank you. I normally handwrite a thank you card instead of just on my scent circle for customers that I can hand deliver. So Kassey actually lives in like the Raleigh area, and she met me in Greensboro one time because I was like, I want your stuff to come to me so I can package it up, because before her just having the whole box shipped to her and then her having to go through it, it just felt more special to me. And I felt like I was doing a better job if I got it to me, packaged it all up, and then she met me so that I could get that delivered. And I just feel like that gives you the chance to like really spoil your customers a little bit more than just having it packaged in those clear bags and sent on their way. So yeah,
I think that's a big thing too, Kassey, is I've had people from work who I was, giving their Scentsy stuff, and it was always, in a bag. I'd put some ribbon on it, whatever. And one lady told me, she's like, I just feel like you're giving me a gift every time she's like, I literally bought this, but you like wrapped it and just not wrapped it, but like made it so cute that I feel like you're giving me a present every time I order.
Yeah.
So definitely for your local people, don't just like give them their stuff. Like, put it in, you can go to like Hobby Lobby and get like the bundle of, I think it's like 10 bags maybe. And usually they're half off or whatever. Now we can't use the 40% off coupon there, but, get them when they're half off, and, throw some little ribbon on it or whatever. You can tie the scent circle on the outside for your local people. That makes it look cuter, whatever. But yeah, that's a good customer service trait or thing to do, as well. So good job.
thanks. Okay, I think that was all I had. Does anybody have